Good evening, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Reverse Aging Call for Friday, April 9th, 2021, 9 p.m. Eastern. Understand that, and I've been educated a lot more on this, so I understand a lot more in depth. Understand that iHERQles, okay, is liquid gold and iHERQles, both properties. So it has the liquid gold property, which is our first product, and it has the iHERQles reverse aging. A lot of people ask, what's the difference between liquid gold and iHERQles? The liquid gold thins the blood, detoxifies and cleans the arteries, and revitalizes the nutritional intake of the body at a deep nutritional application. That's liquid gold. That's what it does. A lot of people, it's helped a lot of people over, and liquid gold's been basically out for 3 years, a little over 3 years. iHERQles is the reverse aging. And understand something. This is an unprecedented formula. This is nothing like any network marketing company or any company ever has produced. It is unlike anything out there. It isn't a run-of-the-mill. It isn't, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and then blow off and be away. It is absolutely the first and only formulation. And it reverses the biological aging of your body, the blood, the organs, all the tissues. And it depends, every one of us have a different makeup on our bodies, okay? None of us are exact. We're like snowflakes. So not one is the same. So when you understand that and you start using iHERQles to reverse the biological aging of your body, some people can take full dose, not an issue. Some people, the body says, no, it's too much too fast, so you back off of it. But there is one common understanding with iHERQles. I don't care if the most pessimistic being on the planet, the most pessimistic, cynical, it cannot not reverse your biological aging. Period. It cannot not reverse it cannot not reverse the age of the biological of the body. It will in every single case. Not one exception. You would have to have left the body for it not to work. That's an absolute fact. It isn't even debatable. And then if you have someone that's so cynical and so skeptical and so negative that they try to convince themselves that it won't work, it still will work, period. Now, some people, and I think that there's some people that have high expectations of whatever it is, and, they think that they're going to, wake up 3-4 days later and they're going to look 20 years younger. That's just not going to happen, okay? How long did it take your body to get to the position it's in now? Figure how long. And another thing that people don't realize, your blood tells the whole story of your current physical status. It does. And a lot of people, they don't have a clue what's going on with their bodies. They may think they're healthy. They may think they're taking rights. It has nothing to do with supplements. Understand that. People get confused about this. It has nothing to do with supplements on how healthy the body is. Zero. It has everything to do with the blood. And if the blood is toxic, and if it's filled with all kinds of deterrents, negative ones, then you got things going on in your body that you ain't have a clue about. And you take all the supplements in the world, all the pills and vitamins and everything, and it ain't going to make any difference. So, with iHERQles, you're going to reverse the aging of your body. all the organs, okay? Because understand something is that the telomeres in your body were discovered to be the age factors, the age-determining factors of the body aging. That's what they discovered 15 years ago, on the fact that this application, the original application, which iHERQles blows away, but the original, the base root foundation of the formulation in powder capsulated form, they won the Nobel Prize for it. The scientists, one of the women, one of the gals in it, won the Nobel Prize for the discovery. And 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 people were put on the chart for test group on the original formula, and they had absolutely miraculous results. So not only has this been proven, it's been proven thousands of times. So it's not something that someone whipped up in a lab, synthesized it, and then hyped it and marketed it and tried to shove it down the public's throat as being something that's not. It's something that's nothing, which we all know we've experienced many times before. So the iHERQles is unprecedented in its formulation, its application, and its efficacy. And we know what's happened with some of our testimonials. We have a bunch more testimonials. Bear with us because we had the computer go down, and we had to totally wipe the hard drive and everything. And so, but we got it back up and running, and you just got to bear with us. We'll have those testimonials up on our site. That's another thing. If you have people that they want to know more about it, and maybe you just came in, you just ordered your iHERQles, so you're not, it's kind of foreign waters. So you send them to the website, have them read the testimonials. Those aren't fake. These are real people that sent in their testimonials. Yeah, some people, you can make that stuff up. Why in the heck would we make stuff up when we're trying to save lives? That's self-defeating. It's just idiotic. There's a cynical, negative thinking people that, everything's bad, everything's doom and gloom, nothing works, woe is me, It's like that, reminds me of that dog with the floppy ears on that old-time cartoon. Always was moaning and groaning, woe is me. Or the SpongeBob, what is it, the lobster or something, that's always, SpongeBob says, it's a wonderful, happy, wonderful day. Oh, it's not, it's cloudy, it's raining. And so there's always going to be people like that. It's just unfortunate that they'll discover who and what they are eventually. But you understand that we have genuine, full-blooded people that give testimonials. We have some pictures that are showing that have been sent. And those of you who sent your pictures to your testimonials, your iHERQles, they will go up on the website. Other people will be able to read them and understand that this is the absolute real deal. It is not something that isn't. It is something that is. And it works, and it's working miracles with people. And of course, we've got the disclaimer with the testimonials, and we know that we walk a fine line. We understand that there's certain things that we just can't come blatantly out and talk about, and that's fine. I think everybody is intelligent and they understand what we're talking about that's on this call. So you're looking at something that's, we're only scratching the surface with it. We have sent, as a favor, okay, we have sent, my assistant has literally shipped and packed and sent and handled all the money, all the transactions for all internationals across the planet. We've sent maybe 1,500 bottles out to internationals across the planet so they could have it, so they could start helping themselves. And so we do that as a favor. It's not something that, being an extension of Liquid Gold, but we just figured that we wanted to get this out to as many people as possible, and that's what we're doing. Because we want to save as many lives as we can. It's just unfortunate when, people's bodies, they get aged and they have all this knowledge, but they know their bodies just aren't functioning and they're slipping downhill. And we lose that knowledge, that precious knowledge. That's what happens to our civilization. We lose such wonderful experience bases with people because their bodies fail and they have to leave the body. And this is a highly motivational thing for me and for many others that are in iHERQles, to save lives, okay? And that's what we're doing. We're saving lives with this formula. And it's unprecedented cost-wise, guys. I mean, the so-called, the elite, the ones behind the scenes, the ones with the deep pockets, the ones that have the billions of dollars, they'll spend $150,000 to have reverse aging. Easy, not a drop in the bucket. Okay? This is the first time we've been able to make it available to the public. It's unprecedented. It's unheard of. And so it's going to be just absolutely one heck of an experience ongoing to see what it does for people. And we're already seeing it. And not only people, as some of you know, pets. You go to our website, you'll see the proof. Right? Pictures aren't CGI'd, by the way. They're just sent in by the pet owners and by themselves, pictures of themselves. They want to show other people what it's doing for them. They want to show other people what it's doing for their pets. Okay? When was the last time you came across a reverse aging that you could give your pets and watch them change? And it's a doorway for you to see what's going to happen with you. Most of the animals, because of their size factors and stuff, their metabolism is 5 times faster than ours. So their body heals a lot quicker than ours. So you start to see a doorway through your pets exactly in a lot of ways what's going to happen with you and what you're going to experience as far as youthfulness, as far as energy. And understand iHERQles, and you can read about this if you choose to. Microcirculation, you're going to hear more and more about it, okay? Microcirculation is very important. And as our bodies age, like in all things, they lose their efficiency. And the microcirculation in parts of the body doesn't happen anymore. And in other words, you have these like feather arteries. They're really fine. I call them feather arteries. And so they go out through the body and they get blocked. The smaller arteries get blocked before the bigger ones. And what do they get blocked with? Well, at the age of 10 years old, and you can research this too, don't just take my word for it. At the age of 10, we start gaining plaque in our arteries. Now look how long it takes. It takes years and years before anything shows up dealing with that. Okay? So what happens is that the microcirculation of the body is kind of shut down in some parts of the body. It takes a long time to do that. It doesn't happen overnight. So when you start to understand this is all about being educated about your body. All right, not allowing others, okay, in the allopathic industry to tell you what's wrong with your body. It's time for the civilization of this planet to start learning about its body, to learn about your body, to know how it functions, to know the different areas that you have to tend to. What happens if you drive a car with no oil? Well, the engine will lock up and it's ruined. Say, you've got to keep the body well attended to by you. And the more you know about your body, the more you can tend to things. And you start to begin to understand certain things that you thought I thought I was doing just great. And then you find out that you're not, because, for instance, some of you know this, but how committed and dedicated are you? You could drink a gallon of water a day, right? Gallon of water, clean water as far as you're concerned, it's purified, whatever. And the body won't utilize it. And you could still be dehydrated. Think about that. Isn't that interesting? You could still be dehydrated when you drink, clean water, not tap water, but, purified water. So the body doesn't assimilate the water, so you urinate it all out. Most of it. Why is it? See, if your body's hydrated, you're not going to urinate it all out. You're not. It's not going to happen. The tissues and everything are going to absorb it. We all know that our bodies are mostly liquid. We're mostly based upon H2O. So doesn't it make sense that you could be sitting, okay, and you can be emitting moisture, fluids from your body, vaporing off of your body. Now you can't see it, but just sitting, you could vapor off a quart of water, and you just don't know it. So we're always vaporing off water. We're always losing water. Isn't it interesting? Well, because what is the biggest organ in our body? The skin. Whatever you put on the skin is going to go in your bloodstream. And it just blows my mind when I have watched parents of 2- and 3-year-old children, 2 to 5 years old, having off and spraying them profusely. I mean, their hair, their arms, their legs, their feet, their everything. And that stuff goes right into the bloodstream. Whatever you put on top goes inside. And it passes through the blood-brain barrier. It goes right into the bloodstream running underneath the skin. So people don't get that. I don't think they register that correctly. Everything you put on your skin goes into the blood. Everything. It's unreal. And all the stuff that people put on their skin. And if you don't know what's in that stuff, I wouldn't put it on my skin. All right? Unless you made it from plants in your garden, okay? I wouldn't put it on my skin. I just wouldn't do it. Okay, let's put it this way. What you eat, okay, what we eat, right, goes into our bodies, and eventually the nutrients after the stomach gets done, our digestive system goes in the bloodstream and is distributed throughout the body. So doesn't it make sense that whatever you put on your skin, if you can't eat it, and it's not going to cause issues with you by ingesting it, why would you put it in your skin to go into your blood? That makes sense. And all this is shifting, and it's changing. People's attitudes are changing and shifting. The whole chemistry of the planet and the civilization is shifting. And I don't mean in a negative, derogatory direction. I mean in an uplifting, positive direction. Not all the doom and gloom and the crap that's being fed to the people of this planet out there every second of every waking moment. Doom and gloom, doom and gloom, doom and gloom, doom and gloom. Sky is falling, everything's going to be destroyed. They're going to murder everybody off, it's going to be the end of the world. They're going to blow the planet up, we're all gone. Okay? Dangerous to live in the future. Smart to live in the now. Because the now is the only thing that we all have. The now, moment to moment. So just remember, they try to profess the lie to everybody as the truth. So what they're telling you, the opposite is what is taking place. Believe you me, there's a lot more that is being hid from the people of this planet than they could ever imagine. So you begin to realize certain things about your body. You understand that when you you get on the iHERQles protocol, and you spray it in the mouth. You do 4 sprays 3 times a day, and 15 minutes before or after you eat. People say, well, why do you have to do it 15 minutes before you have to eat? Well, you figure it out. When you spray iHERQles into the mouth, it breaches the blood-brain barrier. It goes right into the blood. It's absorbed through the tongue and the walls of the inside the mouth, the cheeks, which the skin is very thin, and so it goes into the blood much quicker. And you can call it sublingual. And so when you eat and then take it, the body, it's not as effective. It kind of waters it down, okay, because the body's going through digestion, and it's put nutrients into the blood, which kind of counteract the iHERQles. It doesn't make it inert or useless. It just lowers it. So that's why you take it 15 minutes before you eat or 15 minutes after you eat. And people say, well, what if you don't eat lunch? Well, I'll tell you what. Get a cracker, eat the cracker, wait 15 minutes, or spray it, wait 15 minutes, and eat the cracker. Either way, if you don't eat a lunch or if you don't eat a breakfast, cracker, stick of celery, carrot, whatever. And just to have something go into the body 15 minutes before you eat or after you eat. And the eat is the cracker or whatever. So whatever your eating habits are, that's pretty simple. Morning, afternoon, lunchtime, and dinner. Now, some people will take it right before they go to bed. And some people sleep like babies. Others will be up. Their energy factors. Just like I said, everybody's different. Everybody's body's different. Reacts differently. So, what happens with Jim may not occur with Bob. What happens with Mary may not occur with Jane. So it just depends. But there's one common thread here. It will reverse your aging. There's no way it's not going to reverse your aging. Period. It has been proven over and over and over again. See, that's one constant. And I've had people say, well, how do you know? Because it's had over 15, 20 years. Actually, to be honest with you guys, over 400 years of research. 400 years of different scientists, alchemists, different doctors, inventors, discoverers, all accumulated knowledge. There's a lot of things that people that surface this planet have no clue about. And, there's going to be a lot revealed eventually. So, our motivation, our heart-mind motivation, is to get iHERQles into as many people's hands as possible so that they can start benefiting from the formulation, so that their bodies can start regenerating, their organs can get strong, their blood can get healthy, their energy levels go up, their quality of life is improved, everything, and the direction. And quite frankly, that's for the public, and have this access. $79 for a bottle, $90 with one bottle with shipping. And we've had a lot of people that sign up, and they say, well, I don't really care to sell it, and I just want to use it. So that's fine. So they sign up as a customer. Now, a customer kind of restricts you because you're not going to generate any kind of funds with it. You're not going to make any money. You're just going to use the product, and you'll have access to the product with the customer. And you'll have a website that's restricted. It won't have as much flexibility as the activist. So we have people sign up as customers. There's nothing wrong with that. So they sign up as customers. Then what happens is about 90% of the time, about 99%, they get in conversations with people, and the people say, what do you, I notice that your energy levels, and I notice that you look different, your skin is brighter. Obviously, that's going to be one of the first things is the microcirculation. And the microcirculation is 75% of the health of the body, okay, as far as circulation is concerned. So you'll notice that your face will become healthier looking. Some of the pictures that people are sending us, you can just look at their skin and know. You can tell the difference. It's not subtle. It's quite apparent. So the microcirculation is absolutely imperative for the well-being of our bodies. The brain, the heart, and your extremities, different parts of the body where you just haven't had it before. So when you're in the understanding is that people will ask you, what are you doing and how can I get some? Well, you're a customer, okay? And some people sign up as customers because their budget, their finances, fixed incomes, and they're really tight as it is. And so they just do what they can financially to try to get the product, to try to get using it. Takes a lot. It'll take a heck of a lot longer, but you can use one bottle a month, which is $90 a month. It's still going to benefit you, but nowhere near the rate if you do the 4-month protocol. So there's different applications and avenues, but people are going to ask you. It happens every time when someone comes in as a customer. Then they call me and they say, I was just talking with a couple of people. Before I knew it, they've already signed up under me. And I said, well, you didn't want to sell it. And I kept telling people, it's not really selling this. It's going to show up. People are going to ask you. And this keeps happening with people, and they say, and then they run in, and then they got to upgrade themselves to an activist. So it's quite funny. It's quite hilarious that this happens. It's happening. It's just, when have you ever known something that is so impactful on the health of your body that other people start asking what you're doing, right? Friends, whoever, and even strangers. And I don't know about you guys, age gracefully. Okay, well, my attitude is that it doesn't make any sense to have a body that gets to the point where you have no quality of life, right? You got incontinence, everything's, the digestive system, everything. Because things just start to break down. Your collagen production. Why do you think we have saggy skin? Why do we get crepey skin? Because our bodies cannot produce the level of collagen that it once did when we were younger. That's why. And why is that? Because the body ages and it loses its abilities, like the microcirculation, all right? What's hardening of the arteries? Why do we get hardening of the arteries? Well, because the arteries get so filled with plaque that they aren't flexible anymore, and they're brittle, and they're stiff, and that's why we get hardening of the arteries. Okay? So our job is to make sure that we keep the arteries clean, we have the blood flow, the oxygenation, so the messaging of the blood through the RNA and the DNA is smooth and healthy. So the organs can talk to each other, and they do talk to each other, okay? And they do it through our blood. And the blood penetrates and circulates everywhere. So, this is fact, guys. This isn't hype. This is my passion about this stuff. I've been around reverse aging for over 40 years. I know all the crap. I know the pitches. I know, we've got the latest and greatest. Well, that's great, all right? Then why hasn't it lasted? It's gone. They've gone by the wayside, so many of them. Well, we've got a spray. It does the same thing. Good for you. I'll guarantee it's not the same formula as this. And it doesn't make any difference, who's better, what's better, this is it, I'm better than you, better than me. All that matters is that it's effective and it reverses the aging of your body. And that's what we got a hold of here. I'd like to see everybody on this planet have it. God, would that be that'd just be phenomenal. We got people that couldn't walk that are walking again. I kid you not. Okay? They attribute it. We aren't attributing. They're attributing it to why they're walking again. why they're talking again, why their mood has changed, why their energy has changed, why their eyesight has greatly improved. And these are happening every single day with people on iHERQles.